Hey everybody, what's up? Frank Holder here of Humor Mill TV outside of Slade's in Boston for a special event. Today's event is Hart of the City. There's a taping going on for Kevin Hart, Comedy Central, and you know what? We got the director to stand by and to be able to talk to us. It's director Leslie Small. You might not recognize the name, but people in the industry, they definitely do. Why? Because he's directed some big time stand-up comedy specials, films. If you know Kevin Hart's What Now tour, and you know Kevin Hart's all his stand-up specials, guess what? This is the man who directed that. So anyway, we're getting ready to talk to Mr. Leslie Small. So Leslie, how you doing, sir?
Good, how you doing, sir?
I gotta ask you a question, man. When you were a young director and you were first starting out, did you ever expect to see yourself at the end of directing things that would be right now monumental and all around the world?
No, but you know, I grew up around some really big giants in the entertainment industry. My mentor was like Barry White, Marvin Gaye, and so growing up in the neighborhood, they used to come through and help us out. So being around those guys and recognizing at the time as a kid that you get a chance to be around some of the biggest stars in the game, we didn't think about getting this big, but that prepared me to deal with doing things at this level.
Right. Well, now that you are at this level, is it what you expected it to be?
Oh yeah, working with people like Kevin Hart that have a good heart, who's loyal, who's very talented, who's creative and committed to his art, can't beat that, because it allows you to then take what you have in your mind, what he has in his, and expand and make wonderful pieces. And we've done some monumental work.
What school did you go to when you came out?
I went to USC, the University of Southern California. I studied economics. I got a PhD in economics, a master's degree in statistics, and a BA in business. So when I went to school, I went on a full scholarship.
Oh, wow.
Came out of high school with a 4.5, finished my PhD with a 4.0. So, but I went to school in order just to sort of balance. I grew up in the entertainment industry, but when I went to school, I used my mathematics skills to get through.
Right. Well, when you were looking at young filmmakers coming out and everything else, do you try to explain to them how you did it, what your road was, or what would your advice be to some of them?
I always say pick something and become great at it. Actually become the best at it. If you become the best at one thing, then there's no way I can deny you, right? If you work cameras, if you're an editor, whatever you do, if you're the best, then there's no denying you. So where people get into problems is when they make peace with mediocrity. When you make peace with mediocrity, when being average or normal becomes your norm, that's your problem. But people that are excellent at what they do, they're gonna get on and they're gonna do well. The first opportunity they get, they're gonna blow up.
Yeah, you've directed some, like 6 films, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you see yourself going for your next couple of projects?
Right now, I mean, I've been working with Kevin for the last 6 years. We did 3 concert films, Laugh at My Pain, Let Me Explain, and What Now? And that took us 6 years to do that. And so starting this year, I decided to start getting back into just doing like regular films. So I started a film in October called #Almost Famous with Lionsgate. Then I'm doing a film with Steve Harvey called Family Feud, the movie. Then I'm doing a very wonderful Christmas story called The Family Tree, so with Michael Bay's company. So this next couple of years is going to be about making films.
All right. Well, since now that's where your focus is going to be, will you think you might do some little small projects to keep yourself busy and keep yourself still integrated in the comedy community?
I'm always do comedy.
Always.
Yeah, all day. You know what I mean? It's just that some of the projects like with Kevin, they take 2 years. From the time we start to the time we deliver. And so now that he's taking a break on those, we'll get into doing some films, and then the other stuff we'll work it out. But that's a good problem to have. But I really do like the storytelling aspect of it, and so I just had a yearning at the beginning of this year to start back. So we put that energy out there, and now it's coming back.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do besides directing? Because being an entrepreneurial spirit that you have, an entrepreneurial mind, I can see that you might venture out and do other things.
What's interesting, at the heart of my existence, or the heart of my core, is I'm a teacher. Right? I was a professor for 4 years at the university level. And so everywhere I've always gone, whether it's on a set, in a university classroom, on a lecture podium somewhere around the world, I've always been an instructor. And so, that's sort of my goal in life. So no matter what the vehicle is, at some point I'll be imparting information, so that's where I go with it.
One sentence that would describe you, on your, maybe, what is it, your epitaph when you're dead, like, what would yours be? Mine is live and let be. So how would people describe you? One sentence.
Person that lived in a constant state of joy.
Thank you for taking our time, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. And thanks for the scoop.